Welcome back. West Texas here now with that full forecast. Starting you with these current temperatures, we're a lot cooler than this time yesterday. We're not in the 100s this time around. We've cooled back down, still in the 90s, still very, very warm conditions, but a little bit better is definitely the word for it. 95 degrees here in San Angelo, 94 here in Abilene. Doesn't look like anyone has dropped down into the 80s quite yet, but you can see Eastland over here, 90 degrees, 91 over there in Comanche. But it's going to be another warm night, way above average for just about everybody. 73 for that low in San Angelo, 75 in Abilene. You can see we've got some warmer temperatures up here in the big country with 75s from Breckenridge all the way over to Roby, and then that 73 over here in Snyder. 60s down here, 69 degrees in Ozona and Big Lake. But when we look towards tomorrow, it's going to be pretty similar to today. Of course, we have that fire weather risk, that elevated fire weather risk for mostly this western 2/3 of the area. There are a couple counties that aren't included. You can see Kimball, Menard, Mason, McCulloch, even parts of Brown and Coleman counties and Eastland up there a little bit. But you're still going to want to take those fire precautions. Make sure you're not causing any friction on the ground, just because everywhere is going to be seeing some elevated fire conditions. But also with tomorrow on the flip side, so that eastern half that did not see that fire weather chance, that's because you have a chance to see some showers as we get later into the afternoon and evening. We have that dry line that's going to start to move its way east, and as it moves back during the afternoon and evening, that's when we could see some storms develop and continue over eastward. But first, we're still going to continue with these high temperatures, still in the hundreds for Friday. And unfortunately, Saturday is not going to be the beginning of the cool weather the way we thought it was going to be, just because the front is going to be very, very slow moving and won't fully pass until Saturday evening. So we're more so going to see its effects on that night, Saturday night into Sunday, and Sunday will be the first day that we see those temperatures drop down into the 80s, much closer to average, and it'll stabilize because we have some inclement weather on its way. But first, let's focus on that front. We have this dry line here that's on the western half of our area, more so in the Permian Basin tomorrow morning, but as we get through the day, it's going to shift its way over east, and when it does, that's when we have that possibility for those rain chances from about, let's look, Eastland County all the way down into Kimball. Even Throckmorton can be included in that as well. Like I said, there is that marginal risk, but it seems like we'll mostly have showers and maybe some thunderstorms, not necessarily them being severe. The more severe storms are going to continue to move their way east over into the Austin and even Dallas areas. But Saturday morning, that's when this front is going to start making its move. A slow move, albeit, but it is going to start moving. It'll actually kind of stall as we get Saturday midday, because the temperatures will be so hot that heat is going to actually push back a little bit and slow the front down. So it won't actually make it until about the I-10 corridor around Saturday night. And once it does, that is again when we'll see those temperatures actually start to cool down. And there is a slight chance to see some rain showers in that Saturday night into Sunday morning time period, but it's mainly sticking to this semi-central and southeastern region if you're going to see any sprinkles at all. But when you look at your 7-day forecast, you see some cooler temperatures and you see a lot of percentages. We have some rain chances that are coming into the forecast for early next week as soon as Sunday evening, but could continue through Tuesday. It's a pretty wide timeline, but that's something that will shrink as we get a bit closer, and I'll be able to give you more info a little bit later in time.